Yeah, I got a new microphone. Thanks for noticing. Did I forget the stand? Also, yes. So I put it on a box that matches with my shirt, and let's just go with it. You know, I'm an amateur. I'm just doing my thing. More importantly, for the people that are already here, I kind of want to start a little tradish, you know? Want to start a little tradish together. So I have a mug collection. I love silly mugs, and I want to show you one every video that we make. Today's mug is Keropi. If I'm pronouncing that correctly, really hope so. Doesn't matter. He's also kind of matching with the red, so that's cute. Anyway, let's get into it.
Marty doesn't have an intro.
Am I the a-hole for asking my girlfriend to dress more sensibly on a walk? Probably. The post is archived, so I'm gonna double down on that probably. My girlfriend and I, both 30, go on this trail by the river sometimes. It is about an hour each way, and most people are in casual or sporty clothes. The first few times we did it, she wore a maxi skirt and high heels, and I felt like it was really out of place. I told her after the last time that the next time she should dress more sensibly. Okay, Mr. Fashion please. She claimed it was fine, but it was really out of place, and even if she won't admit it, she definitely struggles, particularly towards the end of the trail where it's not paved. Everyone looks at her and she even gets a few comments, especially about the shoes, so I wonder if she does it for attention. I sound like a sponge. Not gonna elaborate on that. We went again recently and she showed up in the exact same type of outfit. Long skirt, heels clicking on the ground, makeup done like we were going to dinner instead for a walk. Oh no, I have to go on a hike with a beautiful done-up girl. My life is so hard. Oh my god, grow up. Sorry, that was so mean. But like, let her do whatever. Like, it's just... who cares? Literally, who cares? If she wants to do it like that, who cares? Come on. I felt embarrassed walking next to her because everyone else was in athletic clothes and she stood out. Not everyone can handle a baddie. I reminded her that I had already asked her not to dress like that for this specific activity. She told me that I was being controlling and that she can wear whatever she wants. I feel like she is deliberately ignoring what I said, but at the same time, I do not think it is unreasonable to expect her to fit the setting. Look, genuinely, why does it matter? Like, it genuinely doesn't affect you. If she wants to do a hike on heels, that is badass in my opinion, first of all. If she wants to look good going out with you, I don't understand why you're complaining about this. It's just her choice. I really don't understand the problem. Because also, the way that it's written, it doesn't feel like you're concerned about her, like, safety or something. It just sounds like you're embarrassed because other people are seeing it. And I cannot imagine people really caring about that. Like, people might be like, oh, that's kind of impressive, like doing that in heels, but you are coming from a place of embarrassment and not from a place of like what is best for her. The way you're writing this, that's how I'm taking it. So fuck you. No, I'm joking. Let's read some comments, okay? She's not ignoring you, she's just not obeying you. Amen. She's been on this walk before. She knows what the experience will be like in these clothes. She chooses to wear them. The pros outweigh the cons for her, and that's her choice. If she was getting hurt or making her clothing choices your problem by, say, taking your jacket to keep warm, leaving you cold, or asking you to carry her, then you'd have a place to say something. Even then, it wouldn't be, you must wear this. It would be, please wear or bring what you need because I will not be giving up my jacket or carrying you. Your issue is that you're embarrassed. You talk about what everyone else is wearing, how others are reacting. Find a way to get over it and love your girlfriend for who she is, including her style choices, or move on and let her find someone that likes her and doesn't find her embarrassing. 100%. Like, the way you're writing it is just about like your ego and not about what is best for her, because I would have understood if you were like, I feel like she's really uncomfortable and I don't want her to be uncomfortable or struggle, but you're 100% just talking about how it's embarrassing to you. So that's super stupid. I don't even think we need to read more comments because I feel like this is a pretty easy one. So the verdict was obviously that he was the a-hole. Really though, like, making a whole post complaining about that your girlfriend looks too pretty on a hike is just the dumbest thing. Like, why would you be embarrassed? Like, other people are wearing sporty clothes. You're like, oh my god, I'm so embarrassed. My girlfriend is wearing heels. How insecure are you? Okay, sorry. I'm going in hard.
After this story, my mic died, so the rest of the video is from another day. Soups, sorry.
Let's just get into it. Am I the a-hole for telling my husband that I'm going back on our agreement and I don't care if he cries about it? Already on your side. Don't even know what it's about. But I'm right there with you, girl. My husband and I, both 32, have been together since we were 19. Our entire relationship feels like it just blew up in my face, basically, and I can't tell if I'm overreacting. Already? No. Support women's rights and wrongs. Sorry, I'm joking. I'll be better. I'll be better, okay? Believe me, I'll be better. So, we both wanted one child, and we have planned this for years. We wanted everything perfect first. The home, the careers, the savings, the investments, the nest egg, etc., etc., etc. Because we both knew from very early on that once we had a baby, I would be staying home full-time and raising our child. His brother's life was unfortunately cut short by a daycare worker when he was just 5 months old, back in 2017. So daycare wasn't an option basically, and we need to make sure that our ducks were in a row so I could stay home and be a full-time parent. That is horrible. I'm so sorry. Damn, I came into this with joking energy and then it just got really serious and now I feel bad. Sorry. 2 years ago, we were sitting on $500,000 in investments. Okay, big flex. A few nest eggs in different types of savings and bonds accounts. We bought the house. We even bought a damn boat. That's getting all your ducks in a row. Damn. If you have a boat, that means you have everything together. Everything we planned on fell into place, finally, and we started trying for a baby. We now have a perfect 4-week-old daughter. Oh, congratulations. I have been out of work since I was 5 months pregnant due to a placenta abruption. Do not know what that is, but it does not sound good. But otherwise, everything went fine. She's perfectly healthy, was a good weight, and bounced back from the delivery fairly quickly because of how much support system my husband was. Good. That's really nice. He did more than his fair share while still working full-time, which is partially why I cannot tell if I'm being dramatic or if this is hormones or PPD or whatever. Like, I am legitimately livid. Okay? What happened? So basically, earlier this afternoon, I get a phone call from DHHS to go over health insurance options and whether or not the baby is eligible for state insurance based off our income. I had already given DHHS all of our info, social security numbers, DOB, etc., etc. And they called yesterday and was just waiting for all of our info and assets to be pulled. Anyways, he called and says we aren't eligible because my husband makes too much money and that we will need to add her to our private insurance. Absolutely no problem at all. I kind of figured that out anyways. But then she offhandedly mentions that my husband is making $10,920 monthly gross. Okay, per. And that the cutoff for state insurance is $7,830 monthly gross. Well, here's the issue. For months my husband has been telling me he only makes $6,000 a month after taxes. Okay. That is a big difference. So I get off the phone and I log into my husband's computer and into his banking, and sure enough, his monthly take home is bordering around $8,500. He's transferring everything over $6,000 into an account I didn't even know existed. Is he planning to leave? Is this like his backup money so he can leave you? Because that's what that sounds like. Because if he was like saving money for like some bad stuff to happen, I feel like he would have told you about that. You know, like that is shady. Okay. Don't think you're overreacting so far. I would be pretty pissed if I found that out. Like, oh no, my husband is even richer than I thought. No! It's not that simple. So I call him out on it and he breaks down and tells me he just wants something that was only his. Please keep in mind that all of my money has always gone into our joint account and that he uses on a daily basis. Whoa! Be pretty pissed. So he is hiding money from me so he can have his own money while plugging away at mine. Over $45,000 he has sitting in that account, while telling me last week that we couldn't even have steak for dinner because spending $38 on 2 steaks was a waste of money. I'm not saying that like you owe your partner anything like financially, of course, but I feel like if all of your money is going to the joint account and he's secretly doing this, like if you were both doing this, like if he told you, he's like, hey, I want to have like a little bit of my own money, is that okay for you? But then you are like a stay-at-home mom, so you couldn't even get your own money if you wanted to. So that is a little bit like, that is just shady. So I told him I'm putting the baby in daycare and going back to work because obviously I need to safeguard myself if he is hiding away money. Something feels off about it. I don't know. He instantly started crying, see above, daycare trauma, but I truly just don't trust him financially anymore. I no longer feel secure here. I said I changed my mind and I don't care if he cries about it. Am I the a-hole? No. Just no, you're not the a-hole. I think your response is actually super fair that you're like, okay, well, if you're hiding money from me, I want to like make my own money. Because the thing is like now you are completely dependent on him, like 100%, because all of his money is your money. You do not have your own money, so you're not saving your own money. And to me, my thoughts immediately go to, hey, he is like putting that money away as like a getaway fund, you know? So if he wants to get out, he can get out. Because having like $45,000 on a different bank account, that is not something that he's like gonna use for, I don't know, what do men like, a lawnmower, whatever. This just to me seems like an escape plan for him, like kind of a backup plan to get out, and then you're left with nothing. So yeah, no, I don't think you're overreacting at all. I get that you want your own money. Commenter said, not the a-hole. He doesn't get to have a secret financial security backup just in case you split up while preventing you from doing the same. He can either dump that 45k into the shared account or give you access to make sure that it doesn't happen again, or he gets to realize that he is the reason his baby's in daycare. Yeah, no, this is just the consequences of his actions. Like, he did this to himself. I think it is a good choice for you to start working, not immediately be like, I'm leaving you, but like to start working so you can build up your own money. But you're not the a-hole, he is. Am I the a-hole for shushing my girlfriend in public? It actually says shushing, but I think it is shushing. Shushing. I was driving with my girlfriend in the passenger seat a few days ago. We were stuck in a busy intersection in traffic. There was a young woman trying to turn across traffic, and she seemed hesitant even though there was a gap, so I waved her through. Instead of going, she slowly crept forward and kind of froze. At that point, another car was coming closer, so I waved more urgently and beeped my horn once to basically say, go now. She finally went, but really slowly, and got T-boned by the oncoming car. Is she okay? Nobody was seriously hurt, thankfully. Okay, good. But both cars pulled over. I stayed because I have a dash cam and wanted to give the footage to the cops and the other driver. While we were standing there waiting, my girlfriend suddenly said pretty loudly, "You did that on purpose." She started arguing with me right there in front of everyone, saying I pressured the girl into going when it wasn't safe. I immediately shushed her because from the outside it probably sounded like she was accusing me of intentionally causing the accident. I didn't want the cops or drivers getting the wrong idea. The driver passing through admitted fault and was shaken up and crying, but did not accuse me of anything and said she was a new driver. And now she's angry because she says I embarrassed and silenced her in public. She also brought up another incident from a few months ago where I waved someone through and there was another accident afterwards. She claims I keep doing this to young women, specifically that it's messed up. I think that's ridiculous because I wave people through all the time, including men, and I was genuinely trying to help traffic move along. She thinks the shushing was disrespectful and controlling. I think accusing me of intentionally causing an accident in front of strangers was way worse. Am I the a-hole? That's a thinker. Because the thing is, like, I don't think you should ever shush your girlfriend because it's just rude. But I think also waving her through on an intersection where maybe it wasn't her turn to go. I don't know if there were like stoplights. I feel like there's missing like a little bit of context. If this is the second time that this has happened and that an accident has happened because of you waving someone through, maybe stop doing it. Maybe, just maybe. You know, it's obviously you're not a good waver. Okay, let's just keep it at that. Maybe stop doing that, especially if someone's already driving like hesitantly and I don't know. I'm not saying it is like fully your fault, but it's like happening 2 times is like more than most people would go through. So I don't know, maybe she's right. A commenter said, "You're the a-hole. I had a car totaled by another car being waved through by some jackass just like yourself. It's not your job to conduct traffic and you've already caused 2 accidents by doing so." Another commenter said, "Stop waving people through intersections. You're the a-hole." Okay, so see, I don't have my driver's license. I don't know how to drive. So maybe that's why I can't give like a really great and enlightening opinion on this because I just don't really know how all of that works. Yeah, everybody thinks you're the a-hole. A major one at that. So, yeah, you're the a-hole. Not necessarily even for shushing. Most people are just really mad at you for waving people through. Next one. I found a post that has 0 upvotes and 500 comments. So, I think this is gonna be good. Am I the a-hole or is my girlfriend insane? Great start, very strong start. Definitely on your side. I am not on his side. My girlfriend and I have been together for 3 months. We met at an arcade while I was with my previous girlfriend, but that relationship was sucky and I knew it was coming to an end. That is one way to put that. But that relationship was sucky and it was coming to an end? Did you break up with her? Like, what, do you think she's just gonna disappear? Sorry, already mad. The way with words is just not doing it for me. My now current girlfriend and I got along really well in the first 2 months, but recently she's been pointing out that I'm apparently arrogant, which I think is total BS. I love people writing something and being so not self-aware, so that's fun. Not that I'm saying you're arrogant, I wouldn't know, but just the way you're writing it is telling me that you're probably not the nicest. Don't know how you keep getting girlfriends, but well, that's super, like, I read 2 sentences. Bit intense, Marty. Slow down. Hold your horses. But I have a gut feeling So apparently when I touch my microphone, it mutes. So for like a lot of parts in this video, the video is muted. I'm so sorry. Anyway, I'll just do it like this. Some of the time she uses against me are either when I was joking or I didn't know I was being cocky or rude. Honestly, I'm not even sure I was. Okay, defensive. One she uses against me a lot about me apparently being a jerk and treating her badly is when I make jokes in front of our friends. For instance, just some small comments when we're on a topic of relationship, like, oh yeah, she's a bottom. This is a straight relationship. What do you mean she's a bottom? Do you mean a starfish? Like, what? That's mean. That's kind of disrespectful, my man. Come on. She also keeps telling me I'm not respecting her boundaries because she told me not to touch her food. And I'm not gonna lie, I forget about this all the time. She hates when I touch her food in public for like no reason, and she will genuinely smack my hand off. Not a light tap to get me off it. Full on slap. That to me just sounds like you do it a lot. Like you touch her food a lot, because I don't feel like she would slap your hand away unless you do it a lot. And you saying is like, not gonna lie, I just kind of forget sometimes. Like, oh, you forget her boundaries? Yeah, that makes you a wonderful person. Great defense, truly. She also has gotten to the point where she will sleep on a couch instead of with me because I touch her too much while she's trying to sleep. Isn't that like what relationships are about? Mind you, this is at like 8:30 p.m. So you're touching her against her will to the point where she will sleep on the couch and you think she is being a B word. Yeah, no, I'm just getting the facts, right? You know, that's how you feel. She complains about me having this massive ego, which I really don't even have. I'm pretty sure that she's making it up. Yeah, are you pretty sure that she's making it up? Because this post does not sound like she's making it up, okay, my man? Just trying to be really honest with you here. You sound exactly like your girlfriend's right. And I'm not just saying that because girlfriends are always right, which they are. Ow. This is so funny. But she will tell me that I think I'm too good and I need to stop thinking I'm better than everyone. I mean, I'm not afraid to admit I'm good at stuff or pretty attractive, but I'm not flaunting it or so. She's saying you need to stop thinking that you're better than people, and you're like, I'm not flaunting that I'm better than people, okay? I just am. TLDR, my girlfriend thinks I'm too cocky and that I throw her under the bus a lot. I don't think so. I feel like you're also not telling us the bigger things that she complains about because you might kind of come across like a douche. Anyway, let's read some comments. I'm very excited for that. First one says, she sounds like she's right. If you didn't have the ego that she says you do, then you would change and be more respectful of her. OP replied, she didn't even tell me she didn't like the joke until an argument a few weeks later. In an argument about something she said in front of her friends about me. I've also never really seen myself as arrogant. Not sure where that's coming from. I don't think I'm arrogant, so I don't know where that's coming from. Like, okay, babe. Second commenter said, you're the a-hole and you're obnoxious, rude, disrespectful, and deliberately obtuse. Hopefully she develops a backbone and self-worth and ditches you. He's replying to a lot of comments, so I just want to get into it. OP replied to that, I understand the S joke, but other than that, I really don't see anything else I did wrong. Then someone replies to that, everything you listed in your post. He's just not getting it. This is so funny. I want to read more comments. Someone said, of course you're the a-hole. She's asking for basic respect and you're calling her crazy. You don't respect her boundaries. You put her down in front of your friends to look cool. You eat her food and you SA her while she's sleeping. You don't get an all access pass because she's your girlfriend. Hopefully she'll wisen up and dump your ass. And he replied, what? I don't SA her. She just never wants to, and I guess I was kind of upset and said I was being pushy. I think we found the devil. Like, I don't SA her, she never wants to, and I guess I was kind of upset and she said I was being pushy. So you're like, I was upset because I never get to hit, so I was just touching her a little bit and now I'm a bad guy who's SAing her? Yeah. That is exactly, like, you're just doubling down on being a horrible person. This post genuinely has 0 upvotes and 500 comments. I think that says it all. I can't believe he hasn't archived it. Okay, let's do one more. Am I the a-hole for asking for a separate check? So I go out to eat with my boyfriend's family a lot. For context, it's him, me, his 4 siblings, one of the siblings' girlfriends, the mom, and their stepdad. Big group. Every time we go out, the check is split 4 ways. My boyfriend and I together, his brother and his girlfriend, the mom, and the stepdad. No matter how little or much I ordered, which I don't think is right for anyone, because if I ordered 4 chicken tacos, why am I paying for 3 beers, 2 apps, and an entree? Apps? As in appetizers? Apps. That is such a funny way to shorten that. Just like 3 bears, 2 apps. Appetizers, apps. So yesterday the waitress came and I asked for my boyfriend and I to have a separate check. They all looked at me like crazy. So they said, no, together we split it. And I said, no, I'm paying for him and I. He told me no, he wanted it together. So I said, okay, I'll just pay for my food. I ordered an appetizer and a side Caesar salad and the tab was almost $400. Why am I splitting it when my food was $25? So they got mad. I explained I was not paying for stuff I didn't order and I'm not paying for her children's meal. When I ordered 2 things, they all got mad and said, well, we all are splitting it, and said it's fine, y'all can split it and I'll pay for my meal. Yeah, like why would you pay for her kids? That is crazy. I left the restaurant by myself and I didn't attend the things they had planned afterwards because the situation was obviously over. My boyfriend got mad at me and said I embarrassed him at the restaurant for not attending. I'm at a loss, honestly. It's the next day and everyone's still mad. Am I the a-hole? No. Why would you have to pay for, like, his family? I think that's crazy. Like, you know, splitting it between the couples, I get that. But if there's, like, 4 other kids that you are paying for, I think the parents, if they don't want to pay for you and your boyfriend, fine. But they got to pay for their kids. They got to pay for their damn kids. That's not your problem. Commenter said they were effing you over. They knew they were effing you over. And they got mad when you called them on their shit. So 2 things. 1, you're in the right. 2, you need a new boyfriend because the current one is an idiot. Well spoken. Yeah, come on. This is so stupid. You're not the a-hole. Okay. Love you. Bye.